Curious. No. And I want to. 5 days before the launch, the president said it's a website where you can compare and purchase affordable health care plans the same way you shop for a plane ticket on kayak. Who misled him? Who misled the president on this? Are you telling me 5 days before that somebody let the president go out to the American public to give this speech and say this and make this promise? In fact, the next line is, I promise you, this is a lot easier. It's like booking a hotel or a plane ticket. Who let him down?
Look, the president's frustrated. He made that clear in his remarks today. And we're focused on making improvements so that the millions of Americans who want affordable health insurance are getting the best consumer experience possible, as opposed to Monday morning quarterbacking.
But is he let down? Did somebody?
Again, what I'll tell you is, as I mentioned earlier, I think, is that there's no question that the volumes exceeded substantially expectations, and that the testing that was done was based on
adding a server would have fixed it in a heartbeat.
Well,
that
again,
isn't
I
the
don't
issue,
think,
right?
I'm pretty confident you're not a.
I'm not a computer scientist, but
you haven't written code in your day. But
if this were simply a traffic issue, that's fixable fast.
Well, what I would tell you is, as I said earlier, is that the volume far exceeded. And that the volume both created problems because of how large it was and exposed other problems and glitches and kinks with the system that are being addressed. You're not going to get an argument from here that this has not been frustrating. The president himself made that clear. But what he's focused on is making the consumer experience better for Americans, because even through this process, nearly 20 million folks, there have been nearly 20 million visits to the healthcare.gov. That demonstrates a sustained interest in the array of affordable health care options available to millions of Americans who haven't had those options available to them in the past.
Why shouldn't we assume, when HHS puts out in this blog post last night that they brought in this tech surge, brought in people on the outside, that seems to send the message they don't know what the problem is. Is that fair? I mean, should we not assume that?
No, I think you should assume that they identified problems and glitches that need to be fixed, and that they brought in this team to continue the effort and to put in place tools and processes to monitor and identify parts of the websites where individuals are encountering errors.
Wouldn't you be screaming up and down, we have found the problem, we're working on a solution?
I think we are finding problems and we're working on solutions. I can't, the part of when you have tech experts at any major tech operation, you're constantly monitoring your operations, finding glitches and problems and fixing them, and that's what they're doing here.
Finally, are you open to extend